Lil Sangster of the SACWA is along. Hello, Lil.
Hello, Mr. Goers.
This is beautiful, what you've brought in. It's exquisite.
Well, it almost matches with the painting that Jazzy did.
It's the nicest thing I've had in my mouth in a long time.
I just don't know what to say to that.
Beautiful mouthfeel.
A beautiful mouthfeel, yeah.
I got to have mouth. You're in the Hot 100 SA Wines.
Yes.
2014.
Yes, correct.
Baking community on the rise.
Yeah, that's the one.
And there's an article about the SACWA and you. What did you do?
Well, I coordinated our Adelaide branch to do the dessert table at the launch event. So there are about 350 people at the event. Obviously, the winning winemakers, local producers, and also wine and food industry aficionados, PR people, media, all sorts of fantastic, wonderful people. Politicians as well were there. So it was really just a chance to showcase what the SACWA can do. And
of course.
there was a huge interest.
Does very well.
Yeah.
And did you do? Did they have dessert wines with your desserts?
Well, we were actually stationed right next to the number 5 winning wine, which was a beautiful dessert wine from Primo Estate, and that matched up very well.
What's it called?
That's a good question. I should know off the top of my.
This is you shouldn't. This is a beautiful magazine.
It's a fabulous publication put together by the Adelaide Review. So they were very kind to offer us the opportunity to be part of it.
And
which
is it
was
a
fantastic.
free magazine?
It is. It certainly is. So you can
it's all
be.
about wine.
It's all about wine. So
there
it's
are a lot of
competition.
judges.
Yeah, and they're all really well-known judges around Australia and some of them internationally as well. So it was really fantastic to be part of it. It's all supporting local winemakers. Yeah, some pretty hot judges. So.
And what of the daters in which you had a guest appearance?
I did, and I was all sort of in the background of an episode with Anna as well, when she met her Gumby on the dance floor.
Her Gumby,
Oh, she's a lovely girl. They're all fantastic.
It's been a huge hit, that Daters.
It has been a huge hit.
On ABC2.
Yeah, we had a sort of a final get-together watching the last episode on Friday night, which was good fun to catch up with the game.
And what happened to the plumber?
The plumber, Hot John.
Yes.
Hot John is hot. And he can make seriously good burgers.
Did he end up with somebody?
Not that I'm aware of.
Oh, well, what about...
I think he's a bit young for me.
Now, chocolate cups.
Yes.
You need some more... it could be chocolate blue brick cups.
Well, it could be. I call it Judy Ann's chocolate cups because my mum taught me how to make them about 10 years ago when I was just didn't know what to take to an engagement party lunch the next day, and she said, why don't you just throw together some chocolate ganache, whack it in a little cup and throw some fruit on top, and in the fridge it goes. So Mum's always been great at hosting parties and dinner parties and hordes of thousands of people in the backyard, so I thought, well, she knows what she's talking about.
Sure.
So I've kind of developed it over the years into my own little recipe, and you can tweak it however you like for different occasions. So these ones are a medium sort of size. You can make really miniature ones.
You buy the cups.
I buy the cups. I work full time, live on my own, mow the lawn, take the bins out, so I don't have time to faff around and make my own pastry.
No.
I mean, I do
Although
make my own butter.
butter.
Can't make everything. I do have to go to work
butter
sometimes. Yeah, well, there's my own butter in there as well. So it's chocolate ganache, which is quite easy. Do you want me to start talking through the recipe?
Yes, how do you make ganache?
Excellent. Well, there's a very easy way of making it. You just get 200 grams of chocolate. I like to use some beautiful dessert chocolate by Hayes. It has a nice mixture of dark and milk, but most people use just dark chocolate for these if you're making the really mini ones. 200 grams of chocolate, a cup of cream, thickened cream, put it together in a microwave-safe bowl, whack it in the microwave for about 2 minutes, give it a stir, and keep putting it back in the microwave for a minute and out for a stir until it's nice and runny. And then you add in a teaspoon of butter and give it a nice stir. That gives it the nice glossy sheen. If you're wondering what the butter does. I like the sheen. I like It's quite exciting when you're making it and you're stirring it. I always imagine myself in Willy Wonka's chocolate factory.
Do you lick the spoon?
Of course I do. And the bowl.
Yeah. Put your head in the bowl.
Yeah, something like that. Well, Maybe. I do live on my own, so there are a few secrets like that. But anyway, so that's quite easy. I do mine over the stovetop, but microwave's just as good.
Yeah.
And then you can let it cool just for a little bit so it's not too hot when you pour it into the cases, I find is better. And then just pour it into your little cups. Let it sort of set for a minute or two, and then I put the blueberries in. You could use strawberries, or you could leave them plain, dust them with,
Icing sugar.
cocoa, gold plate. You can buy edible gold. They can look quite exquisite.
Stick it in the fridge.
Stick it in the fridge.
Take it
refrigerate
to the
until set.
party.
Correct.
And they'd always be welcome.
Yeah, they always are
Because they're
welcome.
Moorish. Although they're, I've had one, and I'm not, that was enough.
Of course.
And that's good, isn't it?
Yeah, well, these are bigger than normal. I actually think these would be great as a dessert after a
Yes,
nice
they
main
would.
meal at a dinner
With a
party.
bit of cream on the side.
Some scream on the
Scream.
side.
No,
Yeah, a bit
they're
of
beautiful.
caramel sauce. poured
Everything
over the
you
top.
do well, Lil. You do really well, and good
Thanks,
on you.
Peter.
Thank you, Lil Sangster.
Thank you, Peter.
And thanks for the samples.
Enjoy.
We like that because, if we don't get samples, how can we tell? How can we recommend
Absolutely.
the goodies? So thank you, Lil.
Pleasure.
All
Thanks
the
for
best.
having
Good
me.
luck with the scarf, too. What was his name? Such a nice scarf. Yeah. Oh, yes.
Something about toggles.
Yes, he fancied you.
Did he?
Yeah.
I think I'm blushing, Mr. Goers.
If you'd like a copy of that recipe, ring Thea on 1300 222 891. Look it up on the website, abc.net.au/Adelaide, or write to us, Evening Show, GPO Box 9994, Adelaide.